Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Today we're gonna talk about memory dex cards once more because this is going to be the last part of my Valentine series. So that's why you see over here my tray with all the cards that I made through the first 14 days of February. And today I'm gonna show you the last four, and I also have a mini tutorial for the last card that I'm gonna show you. So let's start. This is the first card. It's a gumball machine. By now you may know that I love gumball machines. So this is one of my favorite dies, and this is a C6 die. It's called gumball machine, and here is the number. I got this several years ago, and it is very beautiful because it comes with an embossing folder. So yeah, for this card I used both of them. And then I used a paper punch to cut all the hearts that you see over here, and then on top I put a layer of glossy accents, and that is why this looks like it is really a glass bowl over here. Okay, then I created this other card, and I love Julie knitting dolls, and this is just a piece of ephemera. And all I did was to fussy cut around her and then use some foam tape in the back. And in order to make this card, I use another C6 die. It's this one. So I use only the dome part, and that is the back of the card. Then I added the doll. And this cute elephant comes from my favorite things stamp set. So I'm using this one and the heart balloon. And I colored both of them with my Prismacolor pencils and use my vintage typewriter in order to make these words over here. And then this red part is puffy paint. And then I added some sprinkles because, I mean, who doesn't love sprinkles, right? So this is my other card. It's super easy to put together, and I think the elephant gives such a great detail in this card. I love it. Then I created this other one that is a pizza, and of course, because we were celebrating Valentine's, I decided to go for the heart shape. And for this one I used some of my nesting dies. So I used 3 different sizes. So the biggest one is the tray, and for that I cut 2 pieces of this large heart, and then I use some foil to wrap it around. And then the crust of the pizza, if you see, it's a little bit thick, and that's because I used some foam board, and I used this die for that. So I used 1 layer of foam board and 1 layer of craft cardstock, and then used my alcohol markers to go all around to really make it look like a crust. And then the other layer is made using this other die. And again, I used my alcohol markers to color the sauce and the cheese, and then use my paper punches to cut the pepperoni circles over here, and went with my alcohol markers all around, and then with my white gel pen over here. And then the bell peppers are just a thin strip of green paper that I use also my alcohol markers to go around. And then for the black olives, I use my We Are Memory Keepers Reinforcer paper punch, and it is the perfect size for this. Then to add the sentiment over here that says Total Eclipse of the Heart, I use my label maker to create this one, and this is my card. I think it looks super adorable, something different and super yummy. I love how this one looks. And then my last card is this pocket. If you see, I have some tissue paper over here in order to hold everything that is inside. So for this one I use my Cricut machine, and I found this this file in the design space. It is a pocket or a bag. And then I used this beautiful dolly, and she is from this stamp set. So I used her and these glasses over here, and then watercolored her with my Inktense pencils, and went all around the heart with my gel pen. Added this heart over here. And then to decorate the inside of my pocket, I used all of the embellishments that I made in another video that I shared with you. So I glued together one bar of chocolate with one of the macarons, and then made a tower of macarons over here. And then I added this cotton candy that I created last year. Super easy. And that's what is inside of this pocket. But in case you don't have a Cricut machine, you can always create this pocket, and it is super easy. I'm going to show you how, just by using your nesting dies. And if you don't have dies, you can always just draw the heart and put everything together. So I'm using again these dies. Okay, so I use this one and this one. Okay, so what we need is, first of all, this is going to be my base for the card. So I cut 2 pieces of white cardstock and glue them together, and these measure 4 inches wide by 3/4 tall. Okay, so this is going to be my base, and then I'm gonna glue on top this other one, just to give it some color and tie everything together. So let's do that first. Okay, and remember that what I use in order to hold the punch, the holes, in order to punch the holes, is the Heidi Swap deck sponge. And that's it. Nothing fancy or complicated, just having fun as always. Remember, that is the most important thing. So let's put this over here. Then with the largest die, I cut 4 pieces. 2 white that I already glued together, and 2 red ones, and these are the ones that are going to be the pocket. Okay, and then I cut 1 piece with the smallest one, because this is going to be here as a layer. Remember, I have a layer on this one. Okay, so this is gonna be the layer, and let's do this. Just a little bit of glue, and you can use whatever adhesive that you like and works best for you. And we are going to add this layer over here. I'm just eyeballing everything, so no exact measurements or anything. Remember, when we are crafting, there is no right or wrong. It's just a matter of everyone has a different style when making something. The point is that you are having fun, that you are happy, and that you love what you create. Okay, so this is going to be our pocket, and we're going to put it over here. And then let's grab our base again, and we are going to glue this layer over here, because this is going to be holding the pocket, so it needs to be a little bit thick, and that's why I have 2 layers of white cardstock. So I'm gonna add some glue over here in the tip of the heart. And we are going to put it over here, just eyeballing the center of the card. And we are going to put it over here. And usually what I do with this, I made a mess already with the glue, I'm sorry about that, is that I use a clothespin. And I just put it over here while it dries. And let me clean this up, because, oh my goodness, I used extra glue. But it's okay. So while this dry, we are going to build our pocket. Okay? So this is going to be the front, and this is going to be the back. Okay? And in order to create the pocket, we need to cut a piece of paper that measures 5.5 inches wide by 1 inch tall. Then we need to score in the white part exactly at the half of it, that is gonna be 2 inches and 3/4, and then we need to turn it, and we're gonna score 1/4 of an inch on each side. So you need to have something like this, okay? But then we need our scissors, and we are going to cut right in the middle like this, okay? And then we need to slightly cut some slits over here so we can create our pocket. So in the center, when you cut, you need to have a triangle, okay? We're going to do the same thing in the other side. And we have our triangle over here too, okay? So when we glue this, we can perfectly create the pocket like this, okay? So I think that for me it's gonna be easier if I first glue this piece together and then I glue it to the heart. And so we need to create like a V, and this is gonna be our pocket, and this has to be glued inside. So this is gonna be the front, and we're going to glue this one like this, okay? And I think it's gonna be better if I glue this together when I finish. So let's glue this, okay? So I'm gonna glue this over here, trying to align the ends, okay? Oh my goodness, I'm sorry for my mess, but it's part of the front, right? So we're gonna glue the other side over here. This is not gonna be like really here because of the shape of the heart of the die. It's kind of difficult to put it both, but it's okay. As long as you can create your pocket, that's all it matters, okay? So let's wait just a few seconds for this to dry, and then we're going to put the other side on top. There we go. So we need to add some glue in both sides like this, and we need to put the other heart on top of it. Just like that. And I usually use my bone folder just to go on top of the flaps inside of the pocket. And look at this, we have our pocket. How cool is that? I love it. So we're gonna grab our base, and then we need to add glue in all the white heart, and of course you can use any colors. I use these ones because remember we're talking about Valentine's Day. And then you are just gonna glue this on top of the white heart like this, again using my bone folder just to press a little bit in order for this to really stick to the back. And I think that will do, okay? And here is your memory dex card that is a heart pocket, and then you can add everything that you want, cotton candy or chocolates or this other candy, or you can add another kind of embellishments or real chocolate or just a card or a bouquet of flowers, and then in the front you can add just a banner or a dolly or whatever you want to do in this. But how fun and easy is this card? Super cute and adorable, and I don't think that we need like to spend too much money when creating something. My idea for these little cards is always to be using everything that I already have in my stash and stretching my imagination and my creativity to have things that I really love and that give me inspiration every time that I'm here in my craft room. So this is my share for today, and I am really happy to be here sharing with you everything that I create. Thank you very much for watching. I really hope that you get some inspiration, that you give it a try. If you have any questions, please write them down below in the comments. I will be more than happy to get back to you. And this was my Valentine's journey in Memory Dex cards. I hope that you enjoyed all of them as much as I did when creating them, and of course when sharing them with you. But in the meantime, please remember to subscribe, like, and comment, and of course click the notification bell so you know when a new video is up. And as always, please take care and see you very soon. Bye!